Alright, so I'll say this. Over the course of the night, I've had a couple of friends, very dear ones, reach out to me in some kind of cry for help. And I am here for you. I am. And I will be. And so will Tony, if she's around. And you should never have to feel like there isn't someone there for you. Because there always will be. Someone is always going to be there for you. Even if they aren't a huge part of your life, someone will be willing to be there for you in some sort of way. These were not exactly cries for help in the way that most people might initially take them. One was there was a situation at a certain place that a lot of people like to frequent, and there was a dramatic situation that required some very delicate care. And because I wasn't immediately available, and I told this individual I'd call them back, they had immediately responded afterward with, "No, that's okay. I'm fine. It was blown out of proportion. It is okay. I am okay now." Bull. Okay. So when this happens, when somebody reaches out and they need some care initially, and they retort, if you're not immediately available, with "It's okay, I'm fine now," and this is within maybe a 5-minute time frame, it's probably best to show a little persistence in the matter, considering they may really still want or need this type of help, especially if it's a situation as delicate as the one that I was handling earlier. And as it turned out, after spending some amount of time on the phone with them, they had kind of regained their persona, their usually very enjoyable, very jovial, happy persona, laughing, cracking jokes, smiling, what have you. And this is for the benefit of the individual. It's what should have happened to begin with. And unfortunately, sometimes those of us who are not immediately available miss the opportunity to help those who are absolutely in need. I'm not saying make yourself, perpetually available. I am saying that if you are not, and you feel that there may be a situation where the individual does need that help, and they reached out to you, they may have no one else, reach back a few times, of which your help might be the only one that is either available or willing to come in the first place. And the other individual, male, who had reached out, had kind of blindsided me with it, because I don't usually get any requests from him for this kind of thing. He's been a longtime friend, and he is, I worry about him. He's kind of like a younger brother to me. So I try and look out for him the best I can. And he chooses to surround himself with less than desirable people sometimes. Maybe it's not to his knowledge, but seems to want to, I guess has this desire to fit in with some group of people. He's got this kind of maybe inherent loneliness about him, which I can absolutely relate, because that's exactly how I was some odd years ago. Anyway, here we are, and I feel like I'm kind of looking into a window into the past again, and maybe giving a younger version of myself this advice, a younger version of myself that may have been more successful younger in life, that would have maybe deviated from a more, kosher path, if you will, that he has, as far as, utilizing his financial gains to buy friends. And that's never the right way to go. Those aren't ever going to be real friends. And furthermore, these are people that are always going to be willing to take advantage of you. This is the bad kind of vulnerable to be, not the good kind, in which I have been speaking on lately, which is making yourself vulnerable for the betterment of some sort of relationship, such as opening up to somebody or, letting them know certain things, what have you. So I gave him the best advice a bigger brother could, and basically told him to cut ties with all the toxic people in his life. And I would make the same suggestion for anyone who is out there listening at this point, that they are just not worth your time. And all of those unique little aphorisms that we hear so often, but it means something, and it means something more than that. It means that when you stop interacting with these people, you make way for the better people that will inhabit your space and provide a more positive atmosphere for you, providing a healthier mentality overall, and paving the way for more of what one would call self-love. Because sometimes it's hard to love oneself. We fall into these ruts of self-deprecation and I need to be better, I need to be stronger, I need to be smarter, I need to be all these things that I feel like maybe the world hasn't exactly told me enough that I already am. And we continue on and on and on and on this path of self-deprecation, and we never quite achieve self-love or any sort of pride in any capacity, which makes it really hard for us to genuinely connect with anybody else. And that's the real crime here, is that of course friends can't be bought with drinks, but they also can't be bought with false emotions of self-love. It has to be real. It has to be genuine. It has to be from the heart. You have to know who you are here. You have to love that person. Work on that. And not the love. The self-love, that'll come. That'll come naturally. I mean, the person that isn't here that's worth self-love. So if you want to be stronger, smarter, what have you, regardless of what everybody else tells you you're not, work on the person that you want to be, and then self-love will just be there. Then you'll start to deem these people that you start to surround yourself with, you'll start to deem them worthy of being your friends or unworthy. You'll hold these people to a higher standard, and as you should, because after all, when you love yourself, then you can truly start to love these other people around you. Then you can truly start to appreciate them for who they are, and they can start to do the same back in return for you. So just remember that self-love is important, but also that differentiation between who is worth it and who is not is just as important.